The most common question I've been asked by people is how do I get good at Deathrun, or what am I doing wrong on Deathrun? Today I'm going to answer that question. Hello everybody, my name is KerberOG, and if you didn't know, I am a Deathrun speedrunner who has had 4 world records to his name at certain points in time. In this video I'll aim to give you tips on how to get more wins and evade death in Minecraft's craziest parkour minigame. Before we do begin though, I would like to thank my channel members that you can see on screen now. You can become one yourself by clicking the join button next to my channel name. Anyway, with that said, let's begin. This may seem like a simple one, but it is one that a lot of people don't bother to do. Taking the time to realise what map you're on, what traps are heading your way, and what you need to do to dodge them can be extremely beneficial to getting better at the game. Do you need to go a different route than expected? Do you need to wait for the death to move on? This is a very little thing that can go a long way. On top of this, it'd be a good idea to learn the ideal time to leap, regardless of what the death is doing, on each map to ensure you have a specific route that you can default to when needed, rather than having to change on the fly. This may seem against the entire concept of the leap, but it can be more advantageous to hold onto your leap feather for a section that can easily kill you, or to skip a trap or two, or even to save it to get some last minute overtakes. Most people who play Deathrun think that they need to use their leaps as soon as they get them no matter what. This, however, is not the case. In some maps, it is also objectively faster to hold your leap at the start to use on later traps, as it will set the leap recharge up for skips done later. An example of this is on the map Gardens, as you can hold your leap from the beginning of the game until the first parkour section to essentially skip that entire section. Non-Hive Plus players get 3 free custom servers per day. Using these for Deathrun practice on your own could be beneficial, as you'll learn where it is efficient to leap and the map layouts even more. Hive Plus players get 20 custom servers per day, so even if you don't have Hive Plus, you'll still have 20 games per week to learn, and Hive Plus players will get 140 games per week. You could also get a friend to play the role of death to simulate an actual game, just without the risk of failure. This one is also highly overlooked but is vital for a good game. You'll see the majority of the lobby rush to the front, but this is not a good way of beginning a game. What you need to do is stand near the back, and when the timer reaches 1, you then sprint to the front and you'll essentially run through the wall, and you'll be in first place most of the time. It can be a bit tricky to do consistently, as the block distance you need to stand away from the front varies dramatically from map to map, but when you get the hang of it for each map, it is brilliant. This isn't very common outside of the speedrunning scene, but it is extremely useful to do, as it may show you a better strategy than what you're currently doing. I've learnt several skips and strategies from watching runs from people who are more skilled than me. Speedrun.com is a great place to watch these high level runs, as they're from the world's best and they're very clear in what they do to achieve the times they do. I'd suggest watching Sir Untouchable, Camo Ninja 0311, Eno N and Pentagram, which will all be linked in the description. Failure is of course going to happen while you're still learning, but players get demotivated when they see that they're not progressing how they thought they would. You just need to remember that you won't become amazing at the game in one day, and that it will take some time. I still don't call myself an expert at the game, and I've been doing professional runs since 2019, and before that it took me 2 years to even consider myself anywhere good at the game, even with practice. You just need to remember to not give up. This is more an issue with the game itself rather than a tip, but if you leap into a checkpoint, there is a fairly high chance that the checkpoint won't register, so not only will you lose out on XP, but you'll also have further back to go if you die. My advice would be to not leap through portals, and there is a specific checkpoint on the school map where it will probably not activate anyway due to it being after an ice trap, so just watch out for that. After leaping, you may notice that if you jump straight afterwards, you get a fairly significant speed boost that can help with skipping traps. This is most commonly used in the Sub-Zero or Snowfall map, depending on what time of year you're watching this video, to skip the first ice section, and a 3-block jump. It can also be used at the beginning of the map Venice to skip the opening checkpoint. A lot of people think that jumping on speed sections will make them go faster, but this is incorrect for two reasons. You have a higher chance of failing the trap as you're constantly changing your speed, and that, like swiftness, your jumping speed stays the same and halts the speed boost. So don't sprint jump while under swiftness or on a speed boost. It doesn't help. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully this helped answer the question of how to get better at Deathrun on the Hive. If you did enjoy, feel free to give this video a like and share it with your friends. Keep on gaming and stay safe. Bye!